fight fans, Dallas Danger here, welcoming you once again inside WFS Showdown. We've got an exciting program for you today. We're of course going to be talking about the big event, the Horner Cup, that is now only 7 days away. 1 week from the action in Dandridge, Tennessee. We'll give you all the details if you've not heard them yet throughout this program. Now, we talked about it last week. Once again, here on the program today, you're not going to see Crash Cassidy and you're not going to see the television champion Murphy Costigan. But what you will see is Dr. Joe Briggs, the Doctor of Destruction, going one-on-one with a young, exciting newcomer to the World Fighting Showcase, Jordan Holt. And of course, our main event, as always, promises to bring the action that you've come to expect from the World Fighting Showcase as Mike the Man goes one-on-one with sensational Wayne Atkins. Those two have had some great battles in the past. Today should be no different. All that, so much more, all the details and excitement coming up from the Horner Cup 1 week away. Let's not waste any more time. Let's go to the action. Let's get to the ring.
Bell sounds, we are underway. The troublemaker Brian Logan in one-on-one competition here today with Braden Marshall. Braden still very new to the World Fighting Showcase, trying to make a name for himself, and he would certainly be able to do so on the program today with a victory over the nearly 30-year veteran Brian Logan. Logan taking the arm now of Braden Marshall. Reversal by the big man from Texas. Back and forth here in the early stages as Marshall gets to the ropes, and that'll be a nice clean break from Brian Logan. Brian, of course, getting set for the Horner Cup November the 27th. That'll be tag team action for Logan along with his partner Wayne Atkins going up against the tag team champions here in the World Fighting Showcase, the Heat Seekers. The last opportunity for Logan and Atkins to take those titles as Brian has the upper hand. And just as I say that, Braden Marshall with another reversal. Off the ropes now. Back elbow takes down Marshall. Left jabs by Logan, he's winding up the right. Oh, and he's getting the fans here and David behind him as he drops the elbow to the skull of Braden Marshall. Corner to corner now, Marshall in the corner, he's out of the way, and Logan goes down, clutching that left arm. He might have injured his shoulder there, and Braden Marshall is looking to take full advantage. Drops the big elbow on the shoulder of Logan, hooks the leg. That could be all, but Brian Logan escapes after a count of 2. Another elbow attempt, but Brian Logan up out of the way. Veteran move there by Logan. Off the ropes again, clothesline takes down Marshall. And the big man is reeling. Logan going for the legs, this could be it. Can he get it locked in? If he can get it turned over, and he does, that's the Logan lock, and this one is over quickly. It'll be tag team action at the Horner Cup, but Brian Logan with a singles victory here today.
Well, I'm standing here, dressing room area, with the troublemaker Brian Logan picking up a victory today over Braden Marshall with that nice Logan lock that you have now patented. But Brian, I know that singles competition is something you continue to take on, to continue to try out. But tag team competition has got to be what it's all about for you and Wayne Atkins right now.
Well, we got one last shot coming up for the tag team gold, but I like all manners of competition. I've been keeping sharp in singles, not every weekend tag, but I've been in that ring every single week. I've been training, and probably in the best shape of my career, and I have perfected the Logan lock. I have perfected that. If I get my opponent in that Logan lock, it's lights out. That's it. There's no way they cannot submit. And that right there is one of the things that are going to make me a tag team champion.
Well, Brian Logan obviously taking on any competition that comes his way, and that includes the tag team champions, the Heat Seekers. Brian and his partner Wayne Atkins get one last shot November the 27th in Danbridge, Tennessee.
Saturday night, November the 27th, bell time 8 p.m., Danbridge, Tennessee, the Field of Dreams Activity Center for a big World Fighting Showcase event. One of the big matches, 8-man elimination tournament for the Horner Cup. Also on that card, the chain match, Murphy Costigan takes on Crash Cassidy, TV title on the line, and Tim Horner will be handcuffed to Bo James. And in tag team action, Brian Logan teamed with Wayne Atkins to take on the Heat Seekers for the title, and it will be the last time that Logan and Atkins get the shot. It all comes together Saturday night, November the 27th, bell time 8 p.m., Danbridge, Tennessee, the Field of Dreams Activity Center. You'll want to be there.
This is not just a podcast. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New. This is a tribe of devoted super fans that have crashed through the barricades, torn down barriers, and broken through the fourth wall. This is a creative think tank full of people who have given way too much of their lives to professional wrestling to not be getting a paycheck. This is a secret society of elite fans from all over the globe. And guess what? It isn't a secret anymore. House of Kayfabe, featuring Jim Cornette's lawyer, Stephen P. New, is available now on all major podcast platforms. Just click subscribe to join the Kayfabe stream and get access to unbelievable interviews, in-depth discussions, hilarious segments, and exclusive content. This is the fan-driven podcast you have been looking for. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New.
Hello, fight fans. Dallas Danger here. And if you're like me, you love all the action here on WFS Showdown every single week. But you don't want to wait until Saturday to see all the stars of the World Fighting Showcase. Well, I have great news for you. If you go to WFSinsider.com and become a subscriber today, you'll be the first to see Showdown each and every week. WFSinsider.com. For less than $5 a month, you can become an insider.
This is not just a podcast. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New. This is a tribe of devoted super fans that have crashed through the barricades, torn down barriers, and broken through the fourth wall. This is a creative think tank full of people who have given way too much of their lives to professional wrestling to not be getting a paycheck. This is a secret society of elite fans from all over the globe. And guess what? It isn't a secret anymore. House of Kayfabe, featuring Jim Cornette's lawyer, Stephen P. New, is available now on all major podcast platforms. Just click subscribe to join the Kayfabe stream and get access to unbelievable interviews, in-depth discussions, hilarious segments, and exclusive content. This is the fan-driven podcast you have been looking for. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New.
The World Fighting Showcase is coming to the state of Kentucky. Moorhead, we're coming to see you at the Carl Perkins Center Friday night, January the 7th for an exciting TV taping. You'll see all the stars of the World Fighting Showcase, including the television champion, Murphy Costigan, and of course his advisor, Bo James.
The people of Moorhead, Kentucky know all about Bo James. I've been going up there for 2 decades. Carl Perkins Center, I have sold the building out several times. I have spilled blood in that building, and I've had my blood spilled in that building. We have come to fight, and there's no place like fighting in East Kentucky because it's a bunch of heel jacks up there watching. And I want you to understand something. There's a difference between Scots-Irish and Scotsmen who created what they like to refer to themselves as hillbillies. We settled these mountains. We came here. When Daniel Boone went into Kentucky, there was 52 people with him. 4 of those people have the same DNA that's going through my body. I have been in the mountains. My bloodline has been in East Kentucky as long as Europeans have been there. And there's only one thing wrong with East Kentucky. You know what it is? East Kentuckians. Moorhead, you know all about me. If you think I'm bad, if you think I'm trouble, wait until you see my champion. Wait until you see what we're going to do right there at the Carl Perkins Center up on the hill. Wait until I walk to the ring in Moorhead and there's about a 17.5 minute standing ovation. Grown men with tears in their eyes, kids doing cartwheels, and women are going to faint because they know the greatest is coming back to Moorhead. And I'm bringing the next greatest with me.
Bo James has a lot in store for you. You don't want to miss it. Moorhead, Carl Perkins Center, January the 7th, the World Fighting Showcase.
Saturday night, November the 27th, bell time 8 p.m., Danridge, Tennessee, the Field of Dreams Activity Center for a big World Fighting Showcase event. One of the big matches, 8-man elimination tournament for the Horner Cup. Also on that card, the chain match, Murphy Costigan takes on Crash Cassidy. TV title on the line, and Tim Horner will be handcuffed to Bo James. And in tag team action, Brian Logan teamed with Wayne Atkins to take on the Heat Seekers for the title, and it will be the last time that Logan and Atkins get the shot. It all comes together Saturday night, November the 27th, bell time 8 p.m., Danridge, Tennessee, the Field of Dreams Activity Center. You'll want to be there.
Tag team action on the program today as Chris Phoenix in the ring right now, teaming with Nate Diamond to take on Sigmund and Elliott Russell, the Heat Seekers, the reigning World Fighting Showcase Tag Team Champions. Sigmund backing Phoenix into the corner. Call it a warm-up match for the champions as they prepare for their big matchup at the Horner Cup. Last opportunity for Logan and Atkins at the Tag Team Championships. So it's an issue that's been going on for months here on the program and in the World Fighting Showcase between the Heat Seekers and the sensational troublemakers, as it were, and Sigmund into the ropes, and that'll break the hold of Chris Phoenix. Sigmund ducks under, rear waistlock now. Phoenix with the standing switch. Sigmund looking for an escape and finds it in the form of a beautiful side headlock takeover, excuse me. Sigmund with right hands to the forehead of Chris Phoenix, who finds his way out. We're back at a standstill as Sigmund goes to the official Jake Booth. Not sure what his complaint is there, but Jake Booth maintaining order now in the early going. Boot to the gut by Sigmund. Clubbing blow takes down Chris Phoenix. Reversal on the Irish whip. Nice arm drag there by Phoenix. Relative newcomer still to WFS, trying to find his way, and a victory here in tag team competition would go a long way for Phoenix as well as his partner Nate Diamond. But Sigmund is back in control in the corner. Knife edge chop, and now a second for good measure, and Phoenix is reeling. Up and over, the very agile Chris Phoenix lands another arm drag takeover. Sigmund quickly back to his feet, backs Phoenix into the corner, but that allows Nate Diamond to make the tag. Sigmund escapes the wrist lock though and tags in Elliott Russell. More words for the official from Elliott Russell, picking up right where Sigmund left off. Diamond and Russell tie up. Side headlock applied by Elliott Russell. Shoulder tackle takes down Nate Diamond, and Elliott Russell will take a moment to admire his handiwork. Slow and methodical pace of the Heat Seekers. The top tag team in the world, Fighting Showcase. Off the ropes, dropped down by Russell. Almost got Diamond, but he gets over and lands a shoulder tackle flush, and Nate Diamond is just begging Elliott Russell to come to the center of the ring and face him man to man. Russell now, looked like he wanted to test his strength. Oh, Nate Diamond gives it right back. Listen, Nate Diamond's not going to take anything like that from Elliott Russell or Sigmund or anyone else inside the ring. Oh, and a boot to the gut there, just when it looked like Nate Diamond was taking the upper hand. Elliott Russell with a bit of a cheap shot. Nicely done by Nate Diamond, and the drop kick sends Elliott out of the ring and tumbling on the floor. Sigmund over to check on his partner. While inside the ring, Nate Diamond and Chris Phoenix are gaining some confidence now. Russell back inside the ropes now. And another boot to the gut. Nate Diamond going for a lockup there, and Russell just brutalizing him, and now taking the arm, reaching out and making the tag to Sigmund, and this is the last place Nate Diamond wants to be. Enemy territory, but Diamond out of the way. Double axe handle lands on Elliott Russell. Schoolboy roll-up. Could be a big upset here, but Sigmund is out at 2. Diamond wisely back on the offensive, tagging in the fresh Chris Phoenix, who's going to go up to that second row. Drop the elbow. Nicely done by Phoenix and Diamond. Oh, but Sigmund goes to the hair. Nate Diamond and Chris Phoenix several times now have gotten a bit of momentum, started to take the clear advantage, and Russell and Sigmund always there with a cheap shot. Double team opportunity now, and the Heat Seekers take full advantage as Chris Phoenix goes to the mat. Middle of the ring, lateral press. Referee slightly out of position for that one, and that might have been what saved Chris Phoenix and his partner Nate Diamond, as it were. Point of the elbow into the back of Chris Phoenix, and this is a major size mismatch as Russell just stands his ground and drops Phoenix. Another cover here. Nate Diamond was ready to break that one up, but Phoenix kicking out at 2. Elliott Russell maintaining the advantage, and another tag here into Sigmund. Sigmund goes to the second rope, and another nicely executed double team, and that's just unnecessary from Elliott Russell. That's the thing about the Heat Seekers. They're very talented. They are the best tag team here in the World Fighting Showcase and arguably in all the world, but the attitude and the tactics like that make it difficult to, frankly, to root for a team like this. But success does speak volumes, and ever since the first day that they stepped inside the World Fighting Showcase, the Heat Seekers have held those tag team titles. Quick cover now out of the suplex, and another 2 count as Sigmund shows some frustration with the count of referee Jake Booth. Chris Phoenix very close to a tag there, but I'm not sure he even knows where he's at. He has taken quite a bit of punishment from both Sigmund and Elliott Russell. Nate Diamond, as you can see, reaching out, chomping at the bit to get back in this one. The great crowd here at the Field of Dreams Activity Center in Dandridge, Tennessee, getting behind Chris Phoenix, trying to will him out of this hold, and now Phoenix to one knee, back elbows, but Sigmund with a clubbing blow takes him back down off the ropes. What a drop kick by Sigmund. Chris Phoenix is in a bad way. Hook of the leg, another kick out. You have to admire the heart of Chris Phoenix, but referee's back is turned, and Sigmund using that bottom rope to choke the life out of Phoenix, and now another tag, and double team opportunity. Sigmund gives way to Russell with Phoenix perched on the top turnbuckle. Well, this could be the death blow, but Phoenix realizes that, fights his way out, steps up to the top, flying cross body, but he's caught. Elliott Russell catches his opponent, maybe going for that power slam, but Chris Phoenix out of it, rolls him up. A 2 count for Chris Phoenix, and big boot, the biggest boot by Elliott Russell into the mush of Chris Phoenix. Into the corner, and now Russell's going to use the steel ring post and every bit of the ring here. The Heat Seekers taking every advantage they can. Referee doing all that he can, everything in his power to try and stop the onslaught from Elliott Russell and Sigmund, the World Tag Team Champions. Stomp to the gut. You can hear the effects in the voice of Chris Phoenix. Russell dropping the elbow into the cover. All the weight of Elliott Russell on the shoulders of Chris Phoenix, but somehow Chris gets out once again. What a display of fortitude here from Chris Phoenix as he'll face another double team from the Heat Seekers. Sigmund in, running with the forearm. that mare over, and more punishment for Chris Phoenix in the center of the ring. Once again, the crowd getting behind Chris Phoenix, trying to wheel him over into his corner. And the outstretched hand of his partner, Nate Diamond. Enziguri dazes Sigmund. That could be the opening that Chris Phoenix needs, and Sigmund finally goes down. Phoenix trying to make his way up. Sigmund to his feet first. He'll tag in Russell, but Phoenix gets the tag into Nate Diamond, who comes in. Clotheslines for both of the Heat Seekers. There's another round. Sigmund to the outside, and it's just Nate Diamond and Elliott Russell in the ring for the time being. Big splash. Nate Diamond is on fire. Corner to corner, going for another splash. He lands it, and this time it goes into the Bulldog. Hooks both legs of Russell. Could this be? No. A kick out by Elliott Russell. Nate Diamond immediately back to the offensive. Over in the corner, maybe was looking for Chris Phoenix, but his partner's nowhere to be found. And now Sigmund from the apron with the kick, and that's enough to distract Nate Diamond long enough to taste the power slam and the diving headbutt, and that spells the end for Nate Diamond and Chris Phoenix. Elliott Russell and Sigmund will head into their big matchup with Brian Logan and Wayne Atkins November the 27th at the Horner Cup, coming off of a victory.
November the 27th is the big night. Dandridge, Tennessee, the Field of Dreams Activity Center, the Horner Cup Tournament. But we're here with the World Tag Team Champions. They have one more chance. Brian Logan and Wayne Atkins do, that is, for these Tag Team Championships, Sigmund.
Listen, there is a reason that this gold is around our waist. There is a reason that we've held it for over a year here at WFS. Now, Brian and Wayne have had opportunity after opportunity to get these from us, and they have yet to produce the victory. And the same thing that's been happening night after night when we've given you chance after chance is going to happen again when we step in the ring. And that's going to be Heat Seekers keeping tag team gold. Period.
November 27th, the Horner Cup, Dandridge, Tennessee. Brian Logan and Wayne Atkins, last chance at the World Fighting Showcase Tag Team Championship. It also might be your last Thanksgiving dinner, because when the Heat Seekers are finished giving you the beating of your lifetime once again, there will be no more Wayne Atkins and no more Brian Logan.
Don't miss all the action November 27th, Dandridge, Tennessee. Get your tickets at WeFightStrong.com now.
Saturday night, November the 27th, bell time 8 p.m., Dandridge, Tennessee, the Field of Dreams Activity Center for a big World Fighting Showcase event. One of the big matches, 8-man elimination tournament for the Horner Cup. Also on that card, the chain match, Murphy Costigan takes on Crash Cassidy, TV title on the line, and Tim Horner will be handcuffed to Bo James. And in tag team action, Brian Logan teamed with Wayne Atkins to take on the Heat Seekers for the title, and it will be the last time that Logan and Atkins get the shot. It all comes together Saturday night, November the 27th, bell time 8 p.m., Dandridge, Tennessee, the Field of Dreams Activity Center. You'll want to be there.
Hello fight fans, Dallas Danger here, and if you're like me, you love all the action here on WFS Showdown every single week, but you don't want to wait until Saturday to see all the stars of the World Fighting Showcase. Well, I have great news for you. If you go to WFSinsider.com and become a subscriber today, you'll be the first to see Showdown each and every week. WFSinsider.com. For less than $5 a month, you can become an insider.
This is not just a podcast. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New. This is a tribe of devoted superfans that have crashed through the barricades, torn down barriers, and broken through the fourth wall. This is a creative think tank full of people who have given way too much of their lives to professional wrestling to not be getting a paycheck. This is a secret society of elite fans from all over the globe. And guess what? It isn't a secret anymore. House of Kayfabe, featuring Jim Cornette's lawyer, Stephen P. New, is available now on all major podcast platforms. Just click subscribe to join the Kayfabe stream and get access to unbelievable interviews, in-depth discussions, hilarious segments, and exclusive content. This is the fan-driven podcast you have been looking for. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New.
Hello fight fans, Dallas Danger here, and if you're like me, you love all the action here on WFS Showdown every single week, but you don't want to wait until Saturday to see all the stars of the World Fighting Showcase. Well, I have great news for you. If you go to WFSinsider.com and become a subscriber today, you'll be the first to see Showdown each and every week. WFSinsider.com. For less than $5 a month, you can become an insider.
This is not just a podcast. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New. This is a tribe of devoted superfans that have crashed through the barricades, torn down barriers, and broken through the fourth wall. This is a creative think tank full of people who have given way too much of their lives to professional wrestling to not be getting a paycheck. This is a secret society of elite fans from all over the globe. And guess what? It isn't a secret anymore. House of Kayfabe, featuring Jim Cornette's lawyer, Stephen P. New, is available now on all major podcast platforms. Just click subscribe to join the Kayfabe stream and get access to unbelievable interviews, in-depth discussions, hilarious segments, and exclusive content. This is the fan-driven podcast you have been looking for. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New.
Exciting matchup here now as the Doctor of Destruction, Dr. Joe Briggs, will go one-on-one with young, exciting Jordan Holt. This could be a preview of a matchup we will see inside the Horner Cup tournament. November the 27th, both of these fighters will be a part of the 8-man field vying for that beautiful trophy and an opportunity at the WFS American Championship. And Jordan Holt knows about the recently injured foot of Joe Briggs. Briggs goes in and Jordan Holt gets the best of him, but into the bottom rope to break the hold goes the Doctor of Destruction. This one's going to be pretty obvious from a strategy standpoint as Jordan Holt trips up Joe Briggs, and Holt is going to try and pick up the pace and get to his agility, his high-flying offense, and Joe Briggs will obviously want to best Jordan Holt in the mat game, grounding the exciting upstart from Detroit, Michigan. What an arm drag by Jordan Holt. Second now. On the ropes is Briggs. Reversal of the Irish whip. Off the rope there, and he grabs Joe Briggs for another beautiful arm drag. Drop kick lands flush. Jordan Holt going for a quick victory. Unfortunately for Jordan, it'll take more than that to keep the Doctor of Destruction down for 3. Now Holt back to that injured foot. Briggs doing everything he can to prevent Holt from cinching in any kind of hold on that left foot. What a jab by Joe Briggs. And that gives the Doctor just a moment of respite in the corner. Clothesline and a thud across the chest of Jordan Holt into the cover now, and a count of 2 before Jordan can kick out. Briggs tossing Holt across the ring by his hair. Not once, but twice now, and referee Jake Booth right there admonishing Joe Briggs as the Doctor of Destruction is talking trash, dropping Jordan Holt. Hooks the outside leg, a near fall for Dr. Joe Briggs. Fans here in Dandridge clearly behind Jordan Holt, as they have been since the first time they saw Jordan here in the World Fighting Showcase. He's fighting to his feet. Left forearms now off the ropes. Reversal by Joe Briggs, and a back elbow takes down Holt. Immediately to the cover goes the Doctor of Destruction, and a very near fall. Joe Briggs adding insult to injury as he stomps the gut of Jordan Holt and has plenty to say about it. Oh, what a kick, but that was the injured foot, and Briggs is reeling just a little bit. Oh, and Jordan Holt stomping the weakened foot of Joe Briggs to escape the clutches of the Doctor of Destruction. Nice block of the right. Now a second. Jordan Holt trying to maintain control here as he unloads on Joe Briggs. Another reversal by the Doctor, but a shoulder tackle takes down Joe Briggs, and the great crowd here in Dandridge is fired up behind Jordan Holt. Into the cover, he hesitated, and that might have given the Doctor just enough to recover and kick out. Briggs going for the suplex again. Jordan Holt gets out of it this time. Overhead kick. Very impressive from Jordan Holt. Sets up the Doctor of Destruction. And a drop kick to the head, but a lackadaisical cover, and that allows Joe Briggs to get the shoulder up. Maybe some inexperience coming into play there by Jordan Holt. If he'd gotten all of his body weight down, on both shoulders of the Doctor of Destruction. This one could be over. Fireman's carry now by the Doctor. But Jordan fights his way out. Thrust kick there to the midsection of Joe Briggs. Into the corner. Joe Briggs still reeling just a little bit. And he goes back on the attack and he's shaking his head at Jordan Holt. Corner to corner, but Holt goes up to the second rope. Crossbody, did he get all of it? Maybe so, but not enough to put away Joe Briggs. Jordan Holt has got to stay on his man. He's got to capitalize here. And there's exactly why. As soon as Joe Briggs gets to his feet, he retakes the advantage here. Duck under by Holt. Jumps up. What's he got in my ear? A Hurricane Rana right into the cover. Shoulders are down and a kick out by Joe Briggs. Jordan Holt leaned back trying to get that other leg hooked, but he couldn't quite execute it perfectly. Now he's got that left foot and he's got it at an ankle lock. He's twisting on the injured foot of Joe Briggs. The Doctor of Destruction nowhere to go, but he breaks the hold. Desperation move there. Both men feeling the effects of this one. It's been very, very evenly matched. Joe Briggs missing with the splash, and now Jordan Holt's going to go to the top. If he can land this, he's in a very good position. Waiting for Joe Briggs to finish getting to his feet. Briggs turns around into the crossbody but rolls through. And that's all she wrote. A victory for the Doctor of Destruction and a disappointing loss for Jordan Holt heading into the Horner Cup tournament. Oh, and Joe Briggs. Just completely unnecessary. No reason at all to do that to Jordan Holt. You got the win. You picked up the victory. You've got the momentum heading into the Horner Cup. Absolutely dastardly from Dr. Joe Briggs.
I'm standing here in the dressing room area with the Doctor of Destruction himself, Dr. Joe Briggs. And Doctor, you got another victory on the program today, this time over Jordan Holt.
Jordan Holt, a very young and impressive star in the making. And Chase Emery, he's the same way, isn't he? But unlike Jordan Holt, Chase Emery is not here. Now, do you think it's coincidence that Chase Emery decided, hey, I'm not going to show up when Joe's healed, when his broken foot is finally back together? Do you think that it's coincidence that he is not here? I don't. You want to know why? Because I want you to look in my eyes, Chase Emery. You are the amateur wrestling star, the big man, the guy with the guns, the next big thing. Everything the World Fighting Showcase is talking about, you are it. And you run. You want to know why? Because of me. Because of the Doctor of Destruction, Joe Briggs. You don't want none of this. As good as you may be and as good as you become, you don't want any of me. And that's the same. The same thing can be said for everybody in the Horner Cup on November 27th. Yes, I'm back. And yes, I'm in the Horner Cup, and I am going to win it because I am the best. Yeah, Chase, you're raw talent. You're the man. Me, I'm the best wrestler in the world. And you're about to find that out, kid.
Dr. Joe Briggs is healthy and he will be in the Horner Cup tournament November the 27th in Danvers, Tennessee.
This is not just a podcast. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New. This is a tribe of devoted superfans that have crashed through the barricades, torn down barriers, and broken through the fourth wall. This is a creative think tank full of people who have given way too much of their lives to professional wrestling to not be getting a paycheck. This is a secret society of elite fans from all over the globe. And guess what? It isn't a secret anymore.
House of Kayfabe, featuring Jim Cornette's lawyer, Stephen P. New, is available now on all major podcast platforms. Just click subscribe to join the Kayfabe stream and get access to unbelievable interviews, in-depth discussions, hilarious segments, and exclusive content. This is the fan-driven podcast you have been looking for.
House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New.
Hello, fight fans. Dallas Danger here. And if you're like me, you love all the action here on WFS Showdown every single week. But you don't want to wait until Saturday to see all the stars of the World Fighting Showcase. Well, I have great news for you. If you go to WFSinsider.com and become a subscriber today, you'll be the first to see Showdown each and every week. WFSinsider.com. For less than $5 a month, you can become an insider.
This is not just a podcast. House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New. This is a tribe of devoted superfans that have crashed through the barricades, torn down barriers, and broken through the fourth wall. This is a creative think tank full of people who have given way too much of their lives to professional wrestling to not be getting a paycheck. This is a secret society of elite fans from all over the globe. And guess what? It isn't a secret anymore.
House of Kayfabe, featuring Jim Cornette's lawyer, Stephen P. New, is available now on all major podcast platforms. Just click subscribe to join the Kayfabe stream and get access to unbelievable interviews, in-depth discussions, hilarious segments, and exclusive content. This is the fan-driven podcast you have been looking for.
House of Kayfabe with Brian Resner and Stephen New.
Saturday night, November the 27th, bell time, 8 p.m., Danridge, Tennessee, the Field of Dreams Activity Center for a big World Fighting Showcase event. One of the big matches, 8-man elimination tournament for the Horner Cup. Also on that card, the chain match. Murphy Costigan takes on Crash Cassidy. TV title on the line, and Tim Horner will be handcuffed to Bo James. And in tag team action, Brian Logan teamed with Wayne Atkins to take on the Heat Seekers for the title, and it will be the last time that Logan and Atkins get the shot. It all comes together Saturday night, November the 27th, bell time 8 p.m., Danridge, Tennessee, the Field of Dreams Activity Center. You'll want to be there.
Two great athletes, top contenders here in the World Fighting Showcase, set to square off. Mike, the man, and sensational Wayne Atkins. Man, an arm drag, but Wayne right back up in a drop kick. Kicking things off in a big way here. These two have met in the past, but, you know, typically when Mike the man has faced Wayne Atkins, he's found himself pretty fortunate, lucky, I would say, and we've not really had a clear winner in the past, so hopefully this one will end in the middle of the ring with a 1-2-3 or a submission today. Nice monkey flip by Wayne Atkins in an arm drag, takes down Mike Mann. Wayne Atkins in control here in the early stages of this one. Wayne in singles action again, but he will be teaming up with his partner, the troublemaker Brian Logan, at the Horner Cup, November the 27th, right here in Dandridge, to take on the World Tag Team Champions, the Heat Seekers. Slam by Mann, but Wayne Atkins hangs on, working over that arm, and Mike Mann, a seasoned amateur wrestler, a black belt, and he knows he's got to stay in motion. If your back is on the mat, your shoulders are down. It's a great way to, it's a great way to pick up a loss, frankly, here in the professional game. And Wayne Atkins has a nice firm grip on the wrist lock there. Mann will reverse it. Nice back and forth here, and Wayne Atkins finds himself back in the driver's seat. A little bit of flash for good measure, and the shoulders were down there. Jake Booth, the official, counting, but only a 2, and as I said, always a little bit of flair from the sensational one. Backed into the ropes now. What a hip toss there. A lot of upper body strength from Mike Mann, but he misses the elbow drop. Wayne getting in position. Another arm drag, and he's right back to the arm of Mike Mann. Lot of damage done, pain inflicted to the shoulder socket and the arm of Mike Mann there. Referee Jake Booth in perfect position, making sure those shoulders of Mann stay up. Down once again, another 2 count. Have to imagine that Mann is using as much of that count as he can before he has to find a way to reposition and adjust his shoulders. Creates some separation there, grabs the arm. Oh my goodness, what a shoulder tackle there. Mann had Wayne Atkins tied up in knots, and then just blunt force with the shoulder takes down the sensational one, and Mike Mann gets the upper hand here. Ties him up again, and once again with the shoulder tackle, advantage Mike Mann. He's mounting Wayne Atkins and just stomps him. Kick to the back. Mike Mann working over Wayne Atkins here. These two, along with everyone else here in the World Fighting Showcase, looking to pick up as much momentum as they can heading into the big event. Saturday night, November the 27th, that's the Horner Cup, of course. We've talked about it a lot, but it is really going to be a tremendous night here at the Field of Dreams Activity Center in Dandridge, Tennessee for the World Fighting Showcase, and the fans here in attendance tonight getting behind Wayne Atkins. Mike Mann, though, maintaining his advantage over sensational Wayne Atkins. Shoulders of Atkins are down. Nice escape by Wayne, and he's fighting his way out of the clutches of Mike Mann, but just like that, Wayne is back down on the mat. And the ever-confident Mike Mann goes back on the attack. Mike Mann exchanging words with the fans in the front row here at the Field of Dreams Activity Center. And those very same fans getting behind Wayne Atkins as he comes to his feet. Out of the hold. Oh, down and under through the legs and ducks under a clothesline. Wayne's picking up the pace, and that's exactly what he needs to do. That is the sensational Wayne Atkins game. Another duck under, big right hand, a haymaker from Wayne Atkins. A second backs Mike Mann into the corner. Now a whip. Splash and a nice one landed flush there for sensational Wayne Atkins. He's firing up. Reversal by Mann. Roll up by Wayne Atkins, a quick 2 count there. Oh, hang on just a second. Sigmund Elliott Russell running in. That's going to be a disqualification. And once again, hey, here's Brian Logan. He's going to come and even the odds. The Heat Seekers don't see him as he gets into the ring. A 2-on-2 with Logan and Atkins going at it with the Heat Seekers. Oh, and now Mike Mann was perched on the top rope, just a spectator. And he's getting involved, and he's really happy with himself. I'm sure he's happy that this matchup wasn't settled in the ring. Hang on. There's the Ultimate Athlete, David Anthony. He's chasing Mike Mann around the ring. We know all about the issues between those two. It's chaos, folks. We are out of time. We will see you next week. And we will see you November the 27th at the Horn Cup.